Hey guys, it's MINA and welcome back to my Love is Blind review and recap because the tea is ready. Now, before we get into that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because I do way more than Love is Blind reviews. But let's go ahead and get back into it because they gave us a lot to work with this episode. We are finally out of the pods and into Cabo, Mexico, okay? And the relationships are starting to show their true colors. At the start of episode 6, all we got and all we will do the entire episode is pretty much talk about how Ramses and Marissa slept together. I mean, it's very clear they slept together. They talked about it. I think the producers was talking about it. I had some friends on the internet talking about it. All they talked about this entire episode for them was that they slept together. They seem to be in a relationship bliss, like they're very, very happy. So, I don't know much about the fact that it seems like they are just bonding intimately a lot, but who knows, whatever. We'll see how it goes. But they was happy. They were enjoying themselves. It was very, very intimate. Let's just put it that way. Now, on the flip side, Alex and Tim seem to not enjoy spending the night together. For whatever reason, it seems like whenever these two are together, she seems visibly bothered by him or something that he's doing, and she'll mention it and he'll just kind of blow it off and brush it off like she didn't say anything. And that's happened more than once. So I feel like in the future, that's definitely going to be a problem for them. He tends to just overlook her feelings and things that she's saying, and she tends to kind of quietly hold in some of that frustration. I think at some point that might come to a head, and it seems like maybe it did on some level because the episode shows us in the beginning that whatever happened at the cocktail night the prior night, she is in the apartment alone and he comes back in the morning time, and it looks like they have a very serious conversation to have. And they do. Basically, it seems like she said a few things to him that were not acceptable. We don't know exactly what those things were, but they both are on the same page that things got out of control to the point where they both needed separate rooms for the night. And they took that space, and now they kind of talk around the situation. They never actually show us what their conversation was or what happened, who said what, who did what. But it seems as though Alex feels remorseful for it. She's trying to apologize. She does say at some point she knows she put her hand over his mouth to stop him from talking and felt bad about that, but she really felt like she just wasn't being heard in the situation. So they kind of spend the episode talking around this situation that they went through. And mostly just her asking, like, can you give me another chance? Is there a way that we could work through this? And him kind of looking like a sad puppy dog who is just so hurt. Whatever happened got him hurt. He looks like a big baby sitting there. So I'm hoping it's worth the way he looks on his face. Because right now it's like, bro, what? What is it? And maybe there was a good reason for her to be like, I'm tired of hearing you talk. I feel like she says a lot of things pretty often that he just blows away like it's not important. So I don't know. Maybe on the reunion show, they'll let us see what that conversation was and how that went down. But they definitely did not have a good time and just kind of end things with her asking, can we still work on it? Hannah and Nick had made a promise a few episodes prior about how they were not going to discuss the fact that they were being intimate because he had some sort of image to uphold, but they still discussed the fact that he's being intimate. It's like, are we supposed to hear that you're not supposed to discuss it? Like, who isn't supposed to know? Because this camera's on me, right? That's what he should have been asking. I don't know why he thinks people aren't going to know what he's doing, but they have this little secret pact about not telling anybody they've been sleeping together. But it seems like Hannah hasn't gotten past the whole situation with the duck. She still has the ick. She has feelings about it. She brings it up to the girls at the meet and greet. Like, I can't believe he did this. It felt very disrespectful to me. So she's still dealing with all of these feelings. But at some point during the course of their evening after the duck incident, it seems as though she wrote a list of 10 things I hate about you, kind of like 10 things that were bothering her about Nick, and left it on the nightstand, which to me just seemed very immature. And if you feel like you really need to talk to your partner about something, write your thoughts down, but keep them with you. Don't leave them on the nightstand. That was just so immature to me. It was so ridiculous. It felt like, are you trying to drop hints? This is the worst hint ever. And also, be an adult. Grow up. I feel like Hannah and her insecurities are really what's going to make this relationship not work, aside from the fact that they are 100% not compatible. But that's neither here nor there. She is going to be the one to end this relationship because she cannot handle any of her feelings, any of her thoughts, or anything she's dealing with in terms of her physical being. Ashley and Tyler are having a very prayerfully considered relationship. They're praying together. They're talking about their families. They're talking about how to get them on the same page in terms of them moving forward with this experiment. And it does seem like there's a lot of communication in their relationship, which is really, really nice to see. They seem very healthy, and it seems like a strong bond, not only like mentally and emotionally, but they seem to actually care about each other and trying to move forward in the future. So their experience on this episode is just very much like, hey, how do we get here? What should we do? Just a lot of communication. It is actually really nice to see. Now, you know my favorite couple is Taylor and Garrett. I love them outside of the pods. I think that they are so sweet and so endearing. They really make you feel like, hey, this can work. This experiment can work. This situation can work. I love how they're moving. Now, it's unclear or not whether they was part of the little intimacy situation, but they definitely seem bonded, and they seem like Mexico is looking great on them. Then we got Monica and Steven. Now, you know they've always been my boring couple. You know that I just usually cannot stand them as a couple. But in this episode, it seems as though they probably had a little bit of an intimate situation, a little intimate night. And for whatever reason, Monica continues to have like this insecurity when she's talking to him, like always questioning him. Do you find me pretty? Do you love me? Do you want to be with me? Like every 3 to 5 minutes, she's got a question about validating their relationship from Steven. And he keeps saying the same thing. I love you so much. You're so beautiful. And at one point, Steven brings up that he loved getting to see her in no makeup and her black girl headband. First of all, 3/4, relax. Not too much on the black girl headband. And I recognize he's obviously partially a black man, and that's fine. It was just very weird to hear coming from his mouth, seeing his face say that. I don't think, why couldn't it just be a headband? I love seeing you in no makeup and your headband. Black girl headband? Sir, your skin tone is showing. Just say a headband. It's just a headband. I bet it wasn't on the package. I bet it didn't say black girl headband on the package. And that's where he messed up with me. But that's neither here nor there. She felt nothing about it because Monica feels nothing about anything. She just wants a man. She just wants whatever man wants her right now. So that's what Monica was taking from the situation. But ultimately, they're having a pretty good interaction until, for whatever reason, Steven is kind of explaining his feelings, and they're having a little recap of their night at the meet and greet. And he's talking and saying how much he loves her and that she's so beautiful and just really singing her praises. And she shuts the whole thing down and is like, could you please stop talking so much? And it really felt a little bitchy. Just very, very just not cool, not okay. I mean, your partner's trying to express his feelings for you. He's clearly feeling enamored. He's clearly feeling loved. She's like, I can't get a word in edgewise. You never let me talk. Could you please just slow down? So now he's a little uncomfortable and kind of sitting there trying to eat chips and just be like, okay, I'll just eat chips till you're ready to say something again. But it's very, very strange. Like, how are you going to tell somebody not to talk? This is the person that you're going to marry. Let me let you know, if they're talking right now, they're going to talk for the rest of your life. And that's fine. And he wasn't saying anything bad. He wasn't saying anything that shouldn't be said. She just really needed to control the situation. She needs all of the focus to be on what she wants it to be on all the time. So not a fan of Monica. Not a fan. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend every single trip. I don't know. It's giving that that's not going to work. Her talking to him like that and just their dynamic and her needing all this reassurance. I'm feeling like this relationship isn't going to work. But I guess we will have to find out on episode 7 where they land. Thank you again for watching this Love is Blind recap and review of season 7, episode 6. I can't wait to see you on the next one.